also with her, just quietly halt, gather your reins and walk off, so you don't have to go through all that. You know, when you're coming from the buckle, just come to a complete halt, pat her, gather your reins, and then go forward. Because she gets, you know, she's kind of a bossy gal. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, when you go forward, I would even make her come around her in the hall. So halt again, because it's going to give you some good information. When you ask her to go forward, if she jerks the reins, quietly halt, ask again. Yes, because that's a place you're already saying, come on, Miss Mare, go forward to my rein. Good. Now when the right rein's on the outside, let her get a little into it first so you can direct her with the inner, but it still has to be adjustable. So it doesn't feel like dead weight on your outside rein. And then be a lot more demanding that she be steadier in front of you. She's kind of bouncing around on the reins, but use both reins. So use your left rein here too, because the right hand over the wither doesn't mean turn left. Yeah, if she's not looking where she's going, you can't turn with the outside rein. And that's, again, simple. If she's looking to the next step, half halt the outside. If she's not, fix that. Good. So you have to have the flexion first, otherwise it's only a neck rein. And for this mare in particular, that traps her a little bit, and she comes above the bridle and stiffens. Left bend, quickly. One stride. Yeah, say no. Here. Keep it. Keep it. There. Now you can take a little out, but don't let her snap away from you like that. Yeah, keep your fingers closed. Because she's not too short here. And, you know, this is, again, an old idea. When you're half halting to get her haunches, you have to use two reins. If you only use one, you're only getting one set of legs. Yeah, exactly. Now you've got her better. All right. So I'm going to sneak back into trot here. If you start the trot and she pulls, walk quickly, trot quickly. Very quiet, nothing more than that, but we want it to start from behind. I'll live with that. That was not a big faux pas. But I like that, and that's fine. Now wait until she's rounder. You don't have to go right away. Close her up, and keep your hand a little closed till she quits bouncing around. That's it. All right? Then trot. Better. Good. Too bad, Missy. But you feel what I mean is then you don't have to get after her. That's the big thing. You don't have to throw her away. Your hands are great. Take full advantage of it. Good. All right, so now let go a little on that right. Push your right hand forward. Take the left back a little bit. Push the right forward. Take the left. There. Push the right forward. Take the left. So there's really no break of contact. But when that right hand's over the wither, that's your problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. Love it. That is super. Not longer. Good. And it should feel more clearly defined to you. Yeah. So when I look at it, I can see the beginning of collected trot. Now, and then from there, your challenge is try going a little forward, but don't lose your connection. So she pops up, you're going to say, nope, come deeper. Then ask that same question. That's right. Yeah. So you have to feel this on a ride-by-ride basis. What can she give you today? But what you don't have to feel every time you go forward, you drop the front, because you're trying to ride her forward into contact now. Like a big horse. Good. Really nice. Now, can you turn the circle with a slight counterflex? I mean, slight. She'll feel it. I don't really need to see it. Suppling outside. Good. Now turn her. I thought you were coming down the center, too. Make sure she's not with your outside rein over the wither. Use that inner rein for that. Yeah. Good. Got it. Left fingers again. Tell her. There. When you put her head in front of you, all of a sudden you have two reins. And that's really all I'm talking about. Left again, and then you can course correct with the right. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so when you're coming around the circle and you feel like she's not turning, if you cross the hand to get it done, she goes like this. Not only drop the right, but you can, with your inner rein, we're going here, her head's here, your inner hand could say, here, come here, then you can half hold her over. See what I mean? And a lot of times you're correct. You know, you want to turn with the outside, but she's looking here and you've got your outside rein. There's really nothing telling her to go there. So it's just a peek. It's not a bad. And because we all hear this in dressage a lot, oh, use your inner rein. Well, you got to tell her where she's headed. and it's not more than that, you know, because it is, I do want you to use your outside rein, but when you start to recognize that your outside hand is crossing the wither, it's not really an outside rein. Okay? Right hand stays right, left hand stays. Yeah, see, that's already better. Because I also think with the throughness issue, when you can get a similar feel in both hands, it's taken care of. You know, and that's very classical. She goes forward on the two reins. So here, if she drifts out, keep your left rein, but half off the right and say, don't do that, like that. But you don't have to let go of the left to do the right. That's it. Perfect. And then, you know, I think we've talked about this before, but I don't remember. In essence, your outside half halt has the effect of lifting your withers over. But you have to have two reins to do that, otherwise you only get one shoulder. Good. All right, so let's have some more fun. Good. You can try with her every now and then, if it's not too confusing to you. Every now and then, you can try riding with your hands wide for a few strides and then bring them back together. I like that a lot. So now again, you can go to that idea of figuring out how much rein puts her to the bit, how much puts her through it. You just got to fool around. And don't be afraid of those experiments. This is dynamite. Add a little forward, but don't change anything else. Yeah. And you'll start to feel how clear that is. Add a little more forward and don't change anything. Good. It's a little leg. There. You feel much more definite that rhythm is getting. That's the challenge. You're going to say, all right, this is pretty good, honey. Move on a bit. Good. All right, so, nice half ball. Everything works better when she's organized. All right. No less on the bits than that, because you're going to grow some top line now on her. All right, so, go ahead and try some stuff. You know, try a little shoulder in, or try, 10 meters to shoulder in. Try, see now, can you use this connection? That's, yeah, exactly right. Use the left rein also. Two reins. If she doesn't come around, good. Left again. There. That was a better play between them. So maybe timing-wise, if it's helpful, the left hand says look here, the right hand says turn now. So it's look, turn, look, turn, look, turn. Super. And then straight. Good. At the end of those lines, when you bring her out of it, go a little forward. That's her pat on the neck. And in the shoulder in itself, if you think your shoulder in is good and secure, that's a great place to ask for forward. The shoulder in gives you more engagement. Good. Look, half ball, don't drop the left. You got to have all the language for her. Loose rein is, and this is a very common thing, loose rein isn't a light hand, it's no information. Good. Good job. All right. So now really challenge her. On the next long side, if you get a nice shoulder in, move it as a slight half pass as far as the quarter line.
Do what?
Make shoulder in left. Nice shoulder in left. And if you get a nice shoulder in left, make a little half pass going toward the quarter line. In other words, move your shoulder in sideways. Shoulder in. All right. Now half pass. Half off the right rein. Not turning left, half pass. It's not that hard. I thought I got you for sure. So when you're in your shoulder in and you want a half pass, you just close up the outside and say, pass. Not really. You know what I mean with that stuff, yeah? Yeah. Keep her a little parallel to the wall because you have your outside rein. That's what your shoulder in is. And, I don't care if she doesn't do it, but it's no harm, no foul to try it. We don't need to drill half pass for the Grand Prix. But she's a smart horse. And if she's steady in the movement, so on, toss something like that. It's a good challenge for her. Yeah, super. And you won't have any more bend than you do in shoulder in. So as you're coming around the circle, that is way, way better. As you're coming around the circle line, okay, make a slight angle for shoulder in. Good, now right shoulder back and close your right fingers, go that way. Asphalt straight back. That's the idea. Good. Give yourself a little more operating room now. So on this side, do the same exercise. When you get to the quarter line, shoulder in on the quarter line, then a few more steps. See if you can figure that out. Good. Keep your right hand on the right. So you're going to make maybe 4 or 5 steps of shoulder in. All right. Try a little half pass, right hand straight back, and a little right leg. Now on the quarter line, shoulder in. That's what you got to figure out, is how not to miss that quarter line. That's okay. Then try a few more steps. So in that correction, it teaches you how to manage the outside. That's the point. And so it's going to be a little outside rein, a little outside leg, And your outside brain is going to explain to her, you don't mean turn left, you just mean move over left. That's all. Good. See the idea? Now, here's a quarter line, shoulder it, pull the right rein. There, ride a few more steps. Cool. See the difference now? You're starting to communicate. Again, it's only a hint, but it teaches her how to use her body. And look at the throughness. So don't be afraid to fool with that. And just the way you were able to get her that time, and you'll figure out how you can make just by feel a little bit, the transition from shoulder in this way as opposed to this way. But when you had to straighten her, you start, oh, okay, I can do it. Yeah, that's really nice. And it's interesting, it's good gymnastic work, and she has to, in this way, tolerate her legs at different spots and not pitch a bit. If she's getting too tense, don't do it that big. But if she's relaxed, throw some stuff at her, see what you got. It's no harm, no foul. And all of it just teaches her how to use her body better and better, all that kind of thing. And it builds a stronger back and a stronger top line. I like the way you got a much better handle there in terms of thinking one rein relative to the other, not one rein instead of the other. That's a really hard thing because I don't mean to be hanging on that inner. But you have to use it and then figure out how to